Hey YouTube, this is Danny here, and I finally got some cards here instead of the terrible video. I've also got a new phone, so the quality should be a lot better. So let's just get started. I have to apologize. I will be using a few proxies, or at least tell you guys what I use for now. So here we go. So instead of three, I use two. Sure, I know a lot of people are gonna probably say I'm a bad player for it, but the fact of the matter is I play my deck a lot differently, and I don't really care what anybody else says. I'm always gonna do that, and you know I like it at two. I think three can be a little too much sometimes. Could be a little too cloggy and you know hinder you from making better plays. So, I use two. Same thing goes with Chris. But, I've been thinking about moving it three, but it's all about deck space. And I run my build a little differently. You'll see why in just a few moments. But, I don't think it's a huge difference. One, especially since you still have stuff like Bora right here. And, you've still got Gales and everything. So you've still got a lot of beat sticks in the deck. And I think four right here is really good. Especially, he's really good at 19, and I'll think about moving him three, but I just don't know what I'll take out for him because in my deck I've got a lot of stuff that I play because I play it. I've been playing them for a long time, so it's kind of hard to see things taken out of the deck. So, I also play three Bora, typical special summons, pierces damage, and, he's Bora. So, he's awesome. One Zephyros. I've been taking this card lately, mostly just testing it to see how I like it, because until this point I've never played him. And mostly because I never owned one. And I know a lot of people are going to say that's terrible, but I found that I could play without him, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll tell you guys how I like him, and hopefully you guys don't hate me too much for not playing him before. But moving on, two Gales, typical. I think three's a little too cluggy. He can special summon just like all the rest. He can swarm really fast. He's really great top deck, and you gotta do at least two Gale. One is just not enough. Three is a little too much sometimes. One Breeze, I play my builds a little differently, but I've always thought he's a cute little guy, and he could be special if you search him off of Whirlwind. So if you need a quick 7, you go Shura, bring out Whirlwind, and search out Breeze, and then special him right away for a Black Rose or an Armor Master or a Rakuri, which is coming out November 4th, I believe. And of course, Hawkjaw and all those others. So next we've got two Gladius. I know a lot of people have been only playing one, but I've been using Gladius since he's first come out. I think he's really great for his effect in general. He's got 1500 defense, 800 attack, so, he's a decent little guy. He's level 3. But his ability to not only special summon himself once per turn when there's exactly one other Blackwing on board, but his ability to not be destroyed by battle once per turn is really good. And he can save you, when you're in some of those, tough times, late game matches. He'll bring you the time you need to pull off something. Typical 3 Kalut, drop him, boost somebody. But, he's also, 14, so I make plays off of him. And sometimes if I need to, I'll use him as an allure target, or if I need to, I'll use him for a Whirlwind search to search out a Gladius if I have a Orochi in hand for a level 8, or, a combo with an Armory Arm play. And yes, I am testing out Armory Arm, and I do find he is amazing in this deck. I can go into him really easy, especially with the Orochi and Gladius combo. or Orochi and Kalut himself just to go into the armory arm. And the fact that using my Orochi, which I'll show you here in a second, right here, it makes silver ones a lot easier. That Blizzard is typical. I'm not gonna run him about 3. He can be a little too cloggy, but he's really excellent for a quick, level 5 synchro, like Armides, who I think is amazing, and I wish I had one, and it's probably one of the things that I'm proxying. But I don't know. I found that the space is a lot more limited now, and there's just too many options. So I've been thinking about maybe taking them out, because I have so many other options that I want to like run through and test. So, and we've got my Orochi, which I was just telling you about. I use him to easily go into a Silverwind plays, and I always play one Silverwind. I may never need to use them, but I always like to have them in there. One Bayou. I've been going in and out of playing Bayou lately. Mostly, I don't know. My build's a little different. People used to use them a lot with Sirocco back in the day, but lately I don't really have uses for them. Other than Ashura, I don't have a whole lot of use for him, and he didn't make too much of a difference in my deck space when I did not have him. So I brought him back at 1 just to see how things went. And of course the one Dark Arm, remove you guys from the grave, pop stuff, and he makes really good combos and OTKs. So gotta play that one Dark Armed. So that's it for my monster lineup. Yeah, there's gonna be things in here differently that other people don't play. Quantities are a little different, but I'm happy with it, and I hope us people a little understanding of my choices, and wanting to be a little different. Got the one Allure of Darkness, typical. One Book of Moon, of course. Always gotta be able to have that option to stop big plays, or take your guys and flip them into face down defense positions if you need to. 2 Dark Hole, just something random, just what I had with me. I have so many options still with my spells and traps that I haven't figured it out completely. So, right now I'm just using 2 Dark Hole. 3 Whirlwind, it's your searcher. It's gonna help you get your combo plays off, and really great card. It's standard at a minimum of whatever it's limited to, whether it be 1, 2, or 3. You play it at the max every single time. Alright, so that spells. You didn't see anything too crazy in there. 1 Ring of Destruction, 1 Delta Crow. I want to play this at 2, but I only have 1 currently. 1 Crush card. Again, I've been testing things, and I can use Crush card with Orochi plays and Gladius and stuff like that. So, why not? 1 Compulse. I have actually been thinking about taking them out though, like Ring of Destruction and Crush card. I might like side them. I'm not sure. 2D Prison. Might as well use them, right? 3 Icarus, standard. 2 for 2 really. So sack 1 of your Blackwings, blow 2 back row. Take as many cards advantage away from your opponents as you possibly can. Limit what they can use against you. And 3 Black Sonic. These are my Mirror Force / Deep Prison. Just to really put a kick into your opponent there. Make them fear your back row, especially make them fear you having a monster on board. Make sure that they use up all their back row early, because if they don't do that, they're gonna run into this, and if they don't have a response for it, they're gonna hurt. So I use it at 3. Some people don't use it, some people use it in less, but I use it at 3. Alrighty, so that's all my that's my main deck. Let me see here. Alright, so extra deck here. I got the armory arm that I was telling you guys about. Ever since I seen Orochi Gladius combo, I've always, oh wow, I can do level 4s. So, always been testing this. I've been, testing it at 2 on 1. So, it just depends on what you prefer. Some people don't rate it, but, I like to play my decks differently. One silver one, you know, I told you guys before, I always like to run them at least at 1, especially now that I can make it a little more often. Typical 1 Armor Master, 1 Hawkjo, 1 Armed Wing, 1 Nothung. These are just stuffs that I've been considering, and if I had my choice, I'd have Clearing, Synchro, Dragon, I'd have an Ice Beast Xeraphon, which sadly I do not have, but I'm working on getting that. And I'm also trying to work on getting all the Red Hots, all the Red Hot Archfiends, and I've been testing them, and I think they're really great. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But for now, I also don't have them, but I am on the verge of getting a Clearwing. So I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know how everything progresses. But for now, that's what I got, and I hope you guys don't objectify too much, and I hope you guys appreciate the better quality in my video. And I'm so sorry for leaving for so long, but life comes first, and I have a really big passion for this deck, and I hope everyone appreciates it. So thank you guys for watching, and for all you guys who've stayed subscribed to me, thank you for being loyal, and I'll be working on bringing you guys different builds from different variations and everything. So thank you guys, and like, subscribe, and share this around. All right, thank you.